Hello, Gemini. How are you guys doing? This is a reading for you guys for the month of January 2025. Let us take a look at that month and how you're starting out the year. This is exciting. Let's take a look at that. We're gonna be checking at first two cards that indicate where you are at. Okay, so we have the Five of Swords upright and the Strength in reverse. Okay, what's going on, dear Gemini? What is going on? I am sensing some passive aggressive behavior. Maybe someone's trying to pull the rug from under you. I'm not really sure if that's actually your energy yet, or someone's doing that to you. But I must say, it's shady, right? It's pretty shady. That's how I feel. Now, let's look at the numbers here. This is number 5, and that's number 11. That's 2, 2 and 5 is a 7, and 7 is usually talks about like relationships and one-on-one. So what's going on there, right? This is maybe about you and your business partner, maybe about you and a parent, maybe you and a best friend, or you and a lover. Yeah, something's going on. Interesting. Interesting. Let's take a look at your inner energy and your outer actions, right? What's going on? What are you thinking inside that Gemini head of yours? Let's see. We have the Page of Swords in reverse, and we have in the actions you're taking the Lovers in reverse. What did I just say? Wasn't I just talking about a couple relationship, right? Between you and a business partner, you and friend, you and family, you and a lover. Ooh, all right. So you got the Page of Swords in reverse and the Lovers in reverse. And what this indicates for me is that on the inside, right, you are really thinking and taking new ideas with a grain of salt, or how to explain to you. Like, I feel like you have a lot of doubt inside your mind, whether it's true or not, right? You have a lot of doubt right there. I'm gonna put those there for you to see them because that's your overall energy. And so, yeah, something is going on. I'm gonna put them here. I think that will be cute. Yeah. And so, look at that, right? Let me just align the cards for you. Excuse me. Yeah. So, if you look at that, what is this telling us? Well, there's this new information that you keep on receiving, right? So this could be, we're going to refer to this person as your partner, right? Because like I said, it can be a friend, a lover, a business partner, whatever that is, right? So this person is like there sharing with you nuggets of wisdom or information or news or whatever. And here you are, Gemini, sort of like doubting yourself and your ability to discern this information and going like back and forth into, should I believe it? Would I believe it? Should I believe it? Would I believe it? Right? And what I like about this Gemini, by the way, is that intuitively I use the Deviant Moon Tarot deck for you. And if you notice, all these characters here like have sort of like their faces are always split in half. It's reminiscent of Gemini with the two faces. Not that you're two-faced or anything, right? So this is telling me that all the news that someone is sharing with you, this could be about anything, right? Internally, you're either doubting your ability to discern if that should be true or not. And at the same time, you are suffering from major trust issues when it comes to that person or that particular idea, right? And so the thing is, with the Lovers card in reverse, in the position of how you are taking actions on the outside and how you're manifesting your energy, I gotta say, like, I'm not really that proud of you there, right? Meaning, I mean, it's normal for you to act that way, but I'm just saying that maybe you're not being very open right now, right? You are coming off as either defensive, you're offensive, or maybe you're doing that on purpose, but it's like, you know, the choice that you should be doing, that will lead to peace, let's say, or the word that will sweeten the deal, or the action that you should take. And then you look at that and you're like, fuck it, I'm gonna do literally just the opposite of that, right? And that is all because of everything that's been going on in your mind regarding this matter. Now, I'm not gonna jump to the gun here and say that your doubts are not in their place, right? Because definitely there's something shady going on. We will continue the reading to see if this is just an illusion of your mind or trust issues stemming from your past, or if this is actually something real to look for, right? Now, we're gonna take a look at your past energy and the energy that you're coming into now, right? Let's see what happened over there in the past when it comes to that type of situation. It was the Ten of Wands, and the energy you're coming into, it's the Five of Cups in reverse. Okay, interesting. I love this. Okay, great. So, in your past, right, when it comes to this situation, I feel that you literally sort of reached a milestone or a last sort of step, or how to explain it. You know, when like someone makes a mistake, right? And then it triggers something with us, and then we sort of fight about it, we discuss it, we talk about it, and then every time it gets repeated, right? It becomes a pattern, and then we try to solve that pattern. And then what I'm trying to say is like we're both trying to like heal and build on things one thing at a time, right? And so at the end of the process, just right before the process is about to end, we feel like as if all those past energies that we carry with us, we sort of reminisce, we reminisce on all of that, and then they sort of hit us, right? It sort of feels like all of a sudden we're carrying all the energy of the past 100 fights or 100 mistakes all at once. And this is a natural part of the process. This is usually the last step, because it's then that you decide to, usually after that, to lighten the load, to throw all of that and to move forward, right, into healing. But and I like that because you got that in the past position. It's number 10. It's one. It means that you have carried on the weight. You have said all the things you needed to say, done all the things you needed to do, right? It's a done deal. So I like that. And because the energy that you're coming into, right, here is the number 5, which is the number 5 of Cups, and it's in reverse. And I like that because in this card, I'm gonna put it upright just for you to see the illustration. This talks about, mistakes that we do. We hurt each other, right? We make a mistake, the cup falls on the ground, we spill, right, the milk, the blood, whatever it is, and then it feels like we have upset the other person or upset ourselves, right? This is talking about disappointment. And what I like about this interpretation of the card is that instead of the normal traditional illustration of it, where we see someone mourning the three cups and all of that, talks about grief and all of these things, here in this interpretation, we see an adult person or someone who's older yelling at the younger person here from the back as well, and it feels like as if they're blaming them, and this person here like does not want to hear about it, right? Like they're literally blocking their ears, like I don't want to hear more of your bullshit, right? And what I like about this came in reverse, and this is telling you, dear Gemini, that you are moving into, right, this is the near future, you are coming into an energy of finally moving on and healing these incidents. You don't want to rehash, you don't want to relive these three mistakes, these three conversations, along the 7 others that came with them, right? You want to lighten the load, you learned your lessons, and now it's time for you to focus on the last 2 remaining blessings that sort of are still very precious in that relationship, right? There is still 2 qualities, 2 events, 2 circumstances, 2 things, 2 entities, 2 energies that are very, very precious and they're sacred in this relationship. And so you need to focus on those. And this is what you're going to do. You're going to focus on them and you're going to let go of everything else. Sweet. Now, we're going to move along to the advice part of the tarot and look at what's going on around you when it comes to this situation. And so the advice is the 2 of Cups. What was I just telling you, Gemini? Come on. First, you're Gemini. Two faces, right? Number 2, I was just talking about the 2 cups that were still here, that were still, right, didn't spill. And this is the essence of this beautiful relationship that you have with someone, even if it proved to be challenging. And you're gonna finally move on from these 3 mistakes and these 7 other circumstances that came along with them. And so with this, the advice is to focus on these 2 cups, is to focus on the relationship, is to focus on what, remember why you chose to love or work or be with that person, right? You both offer something, and I like that in this illustration you can see that like each one of you is offering the other person a cup, right? Like I give you my cup to drink from and you give me your cup, and this is talking about complementary energy that is timeless. And so I love this. And by the way, if you noticed in these 2 cards, it was a full moon, right? Talking about completion and moving on from something. And here I love it because we have the energy of a new moon. So it's time, finally, again, to focus on these 2 still standing cups, because these are enough. You have enough to offer each other and move on and heal from all of that, right? So I don't know what happened lately at the beginning, right? This shady stuff, this passive aggressive that we began the reading with, but I think like the way the whole reading and energy progressed makes total sense. Now let's talk about what's going on around you, right? What's going on with the other person, what's going on with your circumstances. And so you have the Tower in reverse, and the Tower in reverse talks about the other person, right, is going through a paradigm shift in identity crisis. Maybe they're going through a meltdown, a nervous breakdown, a reshuffling of their priorities. Maybe finally they discovered their wrong ways or the shady behavior, or their maybe finally they discovered their role, the role that they played in all of this. And so this is major. And as much as this actually works for you, for your benefit, right? This internal revelation that the other person is feeling on the inside that was caused by external circumstances around him or her, as much as this is to your benefit, right? So you can build your home again together. This can tell me that as much as this is helpful, right, to you, you gotta give that other person some space, a little bit, a breather to say. Because when we go through this huge, intense, crazy change on the inside, of course we need a moment because before we're able to, offer our emotional cup quietly and calmly. So this is just what I want you to be mindful, is that know that as much as on the surface maybe nothing seems to be going on and the other person in front of you seems like they're still on the same frequency, know that they're going through intense, crazy internal change. And so you gotta give them a minute, because you're gonna get there, right? You're gonna build again, and you're gonna build something that will be beneficial and amazing and on stronger foundations. By the way, if this is talking about a renovation project, a home project, building a house together, buying a property together, opening an office together, co-sharing a baby, co-sharing something, whatever it is, right? You can apply that reading through that, because here I see there's a lot of talk on, because these two cups that represent the essence of the two of you, they were always there, right? You started out with 5 cups, with 5 things. You lost 3, right? These were illusions, right? You thought you liked that. They thought you liked that. They thought you did this. It was all projections and mirages and illusions and stuff and things that we project on each other and all of that. But the essence remained. The 2 cups remained. This is what made you you. These already existed from the beginning of the relationships, right? And these are the things left. But like what I'm trying to say is, besides all of that, right? This is, if there's a project that was like gone wrong, right? Like a renovation gone wrong, you maybe purchased the wrong apartment, maybe you purchased the wrong office, maybe the wrong address, maybe whatever the fall down that happened. And even if someone played some trickery against you two, or you against each other, whatever it is, what I'm trying to say is this is rectifiable and it happened for the greater good. And there was a reason why, and now you're going to understand why this happened and how you can use it to build a better life together and a stronger foundation, right? This is all good. Now we're going to take a look at what it is that you really, really want, my dear Gemini. What it is that you really want to see happen. Ace of Wands. I love this. This works perfectly with the message of building a house or office or whatever. And so what you want is, first, if we're talking like marriage or relationship or romantic relationship, all of that, you want, maybe literally is like you're trying to conceive, right? Like you want a new baby, right? This is going to be talking about adopting as well, or adopting a pet, or bringing a pet into the relationship. It could be a cat, a dog, whatever it is, right? This could also talk about a new beginning, indicating like you really want, you're really craving adding a pet, like I said, craving adopting a baby, conceiving a baby. You're really craving also, the baby could represent, let's say, a project between you both. So maybe you're opening a business together. Maybe this is talking about a shared journey, right? A long trip, a travel, or maybe a new adventure, a new chapter in your lives. This is what you want. You're craving that, a new beginning, that is full of energy and potential and passion. This could also talk about you wanting to rekindle your sexual lives together if we're talking romantic partners. You get the gist. You're full of passion and you just really crave all of that. I like it. That means your mind is in the right space, right, Gemini? So let's see now. What is the outcome of all of this? What is the end result? What is going to happen, right, at the end of January 2025 for you? Let us see. All right, it's the Nine of Pentacles. Ooh, okay. What I'm trying to see is that really this really fits within the whole puzzle of this reading. This is talking about sharing, co-sharing, being a team player, right? Using your complementary energies. Two cups. Each one of you is bringing something else to the project, baby, relationship, journey, whatever it is. And this is talking about finances. So this is really talking about, I think, about a journey or something that you will both be participating in, right? So let's say when you have a baby together, you both raise the baby, you both put in the money to the baby, you both put in the effort, you both feed the baby, all of that. If this is talking about a house, you're both doing your due diligence, you research the house together, you put the down payment, you pay the installment and the mortgage together, all of that. If this is a business, the same, you do the legal paper together, you recruit together, you build your client list together, right? This is a sharing and a co-effort that you undertake, both of you, to create, right? To participate in creating this new journey symbolized by this baby. How awesome. Now, the last card that I usually consider as an extra final message from the universe for you, my dear Gemini. Let us see. Ooh, plot twist. It is the Four of Cups. All right. So this talks about a feeling of apathy. And this is really like a cliffhanger, right? At the end of the month. I don't know what will happen. We are going to see in your future reading in February what was that all about. But there is this sentiment of something bittersweet, of maybe once you accomplish all of this, you're going to take a moment, one of you will, and to look at all of this and be like, was that what I really wanted, right? Just as you achieved it, right? Because here we can see the two cups standing. There is the third cup, which is the baby we're talking about. And then because of that, there's an expansion and there's a fourth cup here that someone decides to throw, right? So maybe this is talking about a shared vision that was not discussed in full. Like you agreed on starting all of this. Maybe you hit a stage where you had the baby, had the office, had the apartment, and then there's like step number 3, let's say, that you didn't discuss and one of you isn't interested in it, and then this puts a halt in things. Or this could be talking about that feeling of, when you're trying to work so hard and push for something for so long, it's like you've been so used to not having that and pushing so hard that finally when you get it, maybe sometimes one of you is like, did I really want it? I don't know. But I think this could also be a moment, right? Like that does not mean that someone doesn't want that. This could be a moment. Or maybe someone's more interested in the next project, in the next big thing, right? I'm going to leave it at that because this could be interpreted in a lot of ways. And then I'll see you in February for your February 2025 reading. I love you, my dear Gemini. I hope you enjoyed this.